Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and cousins, of course, and my new favorite, pineapple nanas and pineapple papas, or if you prefer, grandmothers and grandfathers, and baseball fans everywhere. Welcome to this edition of the 2020 Rewind season. We're looking back at the 2019 playoffs, and we've got a great matchup tonight. We've got the Woodstock River Bandits versus the Newmarket Rebels in Game 2, that's this many, of the first round of the Valley League playoffs. And there's some excitement to be had, but don't take my word for it. We got everybody's here. We even have a new addition. Everybody say hi to John, Jordan, and Aaron.
Hi.
Hello.
It's so great to have you guys here. Aaron, set the stage. You know, if there's not too much trouble, recap do you mind recapping the score from the Strasburg Express Royals game from last night, if you have that handy?
Definitely. That's important because the Woodstock Newmarket game that we have today, whoever wins that matchup will play the winner of the Strasburg-Winchester game in the Northern Division Finals. And so last night, Strasburg actually wrapped that up. They beat Winchester 10-8, so they won that series 2-0. Had a quick, easy little sweep there. So they will be facing whoever can take the Woodstock Newmarket series, and Woodstock actually has a 1-0 advantage there. They'll play again tonight. If they can get the win, then they'll go on to face Strasburg.
Very nice. Hey, well, since you're already on deck, do you mind catching us up? Any other highlights or anything else we need to say about the Woodstock River Bandits Newmarket game before we toss it to Jordan for some of the stats?
I will say this game was very intriguing. It was a very tight matchup. Nobody got on the board until the 6th inning. And so that's always fun. Everybody's kind of on the edge of your seat waiting for something to happen because, you know, somebody's going to have to score eventually. Both teams had really similar stats, actually. There were no errors in this game, so it was a really clean matchup. And, you know, it just kind of took a little while for both sides to get the bats going. And then it got really interesting towards the end of the game.
Yeah, really interesting is a good way to describe it. Jordan, unpack that for us. What does really interesting look like?
Really interesting, Graham, in my eyes, looks like a defending champion trying not to get eliminated in just the first round of the playoffs. And let me tell you something. This is going to be kind of that first step to the changing of the guard when you really look at it. And right now it's obviously some of the motivation, obviously, to keep winning, aside from the playoffs, if you're Newmarket, is, hey, we're the champs, we can do this. But I guarantee you right now that Newmarket is not thinking about the 2018 season. Right now they're focused on the now. And right now, the now is right. They're down 1-0. I said now way too many times. I was trying to do something with it. But you're down 1-0, and you come out of a game where Woodstock just clubbed you. This was an offensive explosion from the River Bandits in Game 1. And some of the players that I really want to go ahead and call out in that game, when you go both teams combined, 30 hits and a 10-8 victory with Woodstock coming out on top. And the game was tied up, bottom of the 8th. And then we know Aidan Nagle is going to do what Aidan Nagle does. He and Austin Bates are the two guys I really want to call out. Nagle, 2 for 4 in Game 1 with a triple and a home run. That really does sound like Aidan Nagle again at the end of the day. And then finally, Austin Bates, who actually had an RBI that scored Nagle, 3 for 5. And it was at bats like this where in that 8th inning is where it really took off, and we knew that Woodstock was going to come away with the victory. Game 2, though, and especially since this is an incredibly tight game, and again, it took a while before any scoring happened, and I know Aaron just brought that up. I know John's going to go even further in depth on this. It's just that much more intriguing from a sports reporter perspective of this is the defense. This is not just any team that has the pressure of going home. I mean, we know that a team is going to possibly go home tonight. This is a team with a crown on their head possibly going home tonight, and that just makes games like this even more intriguing. So, fans, you definitely want to stick around for this one tonight. It is a great game, too.
Yeah, and speaking of sticking around, just a reminder that you can watch the whole game. We're going to give you a link to that in the YouTube description. But also sticking around, Aaron caught up. Yeah, like that. Aaron caught up with Aidan Nagle, and she's going to have him on the podcast this coming Monday, so you get a chance to hear from him. John, before we throw it to you, Aaron, any quick highlight you want to share from your conversation with Aidan, since he is one of the names of the night?
Yeah, so he was in a weird place before the Valley season started. He didn't know where he was going to play baseball, not only in the summer, but in the next year, because he was going from a junior college. So he was kind of in this weird place where he didn't know if he was going to play baseball again at all. And he got a really great opportunity to come and play in the Valley, and definitely made the most of it. We have talked about him so many times this summer, and we just talked about him again tonight. He kind of said he just came out and played like he had nothing to lose, because he didn't, he really thought that his baseball career was over before he got the opportunity to come play here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like baseball. You never know how it's going to end until that last out. And, I don't know if you ever really know when it's going to be over. But anyway, John, talk to us a little bit about this matchup. What stands out to you?
Well, two left-handed pitchers started this game. Davis O'Brien for Newmarket. And then for Woodstock, it was Tristan Bayless. And Bayless was, after the regular season, was named the pitcher of the year in the Valley League. Struck out a large number of batters in the showcase as well. He pitched 2 innings. He struck out all 6 batters he faced. So watch for that. Woodstock also had a couple really good relievers throw in this one as well. But we've kind of mentioned, you need to stick around for the end of this one. Don't give up on this one too soon. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, don't give up on this one too soon. Always some good advice. Speaking of which, I know that last night we said goodbye to the Winchester Royals, who didn't make the cut past the first round of the playoffs. But just a little tidbit, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I know that Aaron Polinsky went up to play in the Cape, and I'm pretty sure he took Mason Krasowski with him. Both of those guys went up to play in the Cape after they wrapped up their Winchester season. So just to kind of a little tidbit from Aaron and Mason. Aaron went on to be drafted by the Yankees, so he's seriously got an incredible career in front of him. All right, guys, anything else we want to add before we wrap this one up? No? John, anything we missed? All right. As John said, stick around for the end of this one, because you don't want to miss it. I'm sorry, John. I just got to do one thing. We have Mike Bocock back in charge of the Woodstock River Bandits here. Anything you want to say about Mike? I mean, he's a 7-time champion in the Valley. So, as Jordan has said a couple of times, the River Bandits struggled a fair bit last year, but clearly something's going right for them this year.
Yeah, bringing in Mike was a big step for Porky Bowman and the Woodstock River Bandits. Mike's a legend in the Valley. He was already in the Valley League Hall of Fame. I think he was inducted, in 2016, maybe 15. Anyway, he's won championships in different cities, has been a lifelong baseball guy. And going into the 2019 season, we were all expecting Woodstock to be better, and Mike didn't let anybody down. Along with his trusty sidekick, Gerald Harmon, who helps with the recruiting, Woodstock didn't disappoint in 2019. Yeah,
it didn't disappoint. Just another layer of things to watch for here. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this game. On behalf of Aaron, John, and Jordan and myself, just want to say thank you for joining us. Want to wish you all a speedy return to the Baseball Diamond, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow night when we take a look at the Waynesboro Generals as they face off against the Stanton Braves. That's sure to be a grudge match. But, hey, we'll let Aaron tell you about that tomorrow night. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Davis O'Brien is a 5'9", 170-pound senior at St. Andrews Presbyterian College from Kernersville, North Carolina. This season, he has appeared in 8 games, started 7 of those, thrown 27 2/3 innings, has surrendered 18 runs, all of which are earned, 8 walks, 19 strikeouts, no record, and an ERA of 5.85 with a batting average against of 291. He's throwing 2 wild pitches and hit 3 batters.
There's a ground ball, a couple hops to Machado at short, and a 6-3, a put out, 1 down for Woodstock. First base, second base, right field, a Sun field. Pitch gets away from our catcher, actually hit his glove and got through a Smith, so we're going to have to see how that's scored. Free base. And there's a fly ball to center, looks playable by Seegers. If he's going back, it's carrying well, shy of the warning track for the F8. And he pokes that out to left center gap. Don't know if anyone's going to get it, and he does straighten it out. Way to go, Jonas Seegers. To heck with the drive down the left field line that we think hit the chalk. Forget that one. Stand up double to the 8-9 gap. There's a ground ball to short. Jones gets that over 6-3. So the Rebels unable to cash in. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. Comes the 1-1 pitch to the number 9 batter. There's a lazy ground ball over to second, so Nolan grabs that for the 4-3 put out. 1 down, top of the 3rd. And there's a poke out to right, should be catchable, and Valdez gets it. And you said he had no plate appearances for Catawba, okay.
None that I could find.
Might have gotten injured, might have been redshirted. And he swings at a ball in the dirt, and just scooped up as a low throw from catcher Bates. Made it difficult for Lockhart, but it is a K2-3. 1-2 pitch is out to left field, and he is actually in a shift. I've rarely seen that as DeShazier grabs that. Didn't really notice that, but DeShazier was shaded way over to left center.
Lefty going through his full motion. Fastball sent into left field. Just fair on the line. Josh Cox corrals it off the wall, tosses it back in, but Austin Bates gets a stand-up double. Popped up. Machado getting under that one, and another P6 here in the 4th.
Thank you for Christine Wilkerson checking in on Facebook. So very sorry to hear about the loss of Mo Weber. My thoughts and prayers to his family, friends, and the Rebel baseball family. He will be truly missed. Thank you, Christine.
And Nolan swings on one up high. Probably could have let that one go, but tried for it and goes down on his 2nd strikeout of the night. Thrown out, goes down as a caught stealing. Seemed like a run and hit play. Chops first pitch over to second. Escala didn't have any trouble getting it. Must have missed just low. 1-2 pitch sent over to shortstop. Hopped into the glove of Machado. Way hustled to get down there, but the throw in time. Pitch in, swung on, missed. Escala goes down swinging for the 3rd out here in the top of the 5th. Fastball outside. Smith swung on it.
It was way outside.
Dropped 3rd strike. Finks swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Temperature has certainly dropped off. Lockhart pops one. Shallow left center. Josh Cox gets up there.
He's had 2 1-2-3 innings already.
2-0 pitch popped up.
Don't let the pitcher take it. Don't let the pitcher take it. There you go.
Hewlett pushes the pitcher O'Brien out of the way, and a P3 in fair territory marks the 3rd out. 0-1 pitch to Nolan. Sent down the third. That's going to score a run. Valdez coming around from second. Josh Cox rounding 3rd. Head for home in safely. Rebels put 2 on the board here in the of the sixth. That one high. Nick Nolan going to score from third.
Woo-hoo.
Wild pitch. And swing and a miss. Puglielli sends one into left center. Dangerous spot. Josh Cox on the warning track. Didn't get it. Looked like he did, but a double for Puglielli. Certainly hope he can be on our side tonight. Rebels leading this one 3-0. First pitch swung on, sent into right field. Back is Valdez. Runs up, takes the leap, throws to third.
That's a smart throw.
Run scores. Miller, pitch in, chopped over to short, and could beat it out. A stretch from Hewlett. A strong throw from Machado.
Close, close, close.
And a big stretch from Bryce Hewlett, who has showed that athletic ability. Machado sends one back up the middle. That's going to be another hit for the Rebels. This number 96. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on third for the Rebels. Swing and a miss. Valdez goes down. Bayless avoids another run.
Yeah, somebody is warming down there. Looks like a righty.
I think it's number 29,
Here's
Will
the
Moore.
1-0 pitch. Is hit out to left field just over the leaping glove of third baseman Castellano. And it's now a 3-2 game. No finesse in that. Unfortunately, it's a hit to center field. He did send it down the middle, which is not advised, and the game is tied up. The third 2 outs, tie game 3-3. And that's out to left field. It should be catchable, and Cox draws that in, even though Puglielli got good wood on it. We got third out. There's a hole. It gets in the hole between first and second. Key hit to right field. We're going to have the go-ahead run, score, clutch hit by Bryce Hewlett. We'd like to pick up another run here for a little insurance. Rebels up 4-3. Tight game. Bottom of the 8th. And that's skied off to the right side. Looks plenty catchable as the second baseman, Escala, says, "I've got it," and indeed he did. All right, here we are, 2-1, bases loaded, 2-1 count to Austin Bates. Rebels are ahead 4-3, top of the 9th. And there's a hit center field. It's going to at least be tied up. 1 run's in. So the plate, 2 runs are in. And the River Bandits take the 5. Comes pitch, flat out to right field. Looks catchable. And it's drawn in by Valdez. There's a hot grounder that gets into right field. The Rebels are still alive as Valdez comes through with a single to right with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Modest lead by Pethel. First pitch is skied out to the right side. Should be playable by right fielder Ward. Ward pockets it on the F9 for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for the Rebels. And the final score is Woodstock 5, Newmarket 4. So Woodstock goes up 2-0 to win this semifinal series.